Britain. Well, I was brought up in Sweden, so I didn't know of Vera growing up, but she is, it was a friend of mine who told me to read her novel 3 or 4 years ago, and now I know, well, she is one of the great British icons. She was a great pacifist and feminist in the beginning of the 20th century. Reading her novel, I hope that this film, in the same way that I picked it up knowing that the film was being made, I hope that a whole new generation and countries will read this incredible story of a woman who was brought up in the beginning of the 20th century, who was stuck in a man's world, who fought for her own education to go to Oxford, which was her biggest dream, even though very, very few women did that, and then had to go through the difficult, journey through a First World War, the extreme loss, and then come out on the other side. She became a woman who found her voice. She was an extremely modern woman, a woman that had a voice and expressions that I feel like I could relate to any woman living nowadays. I just heard I got a place at Oxford.
We were born to make a mark in the world.
It's a gift being, to try and portray. It's tough, you want to give, if it's a person who's existed in real life, you want to give justice not only to all of her fans, the people that have read her novel, but also actually to people still alive, family members and friends who actually have true memories of this woman. But aside from that, it's one of those projects where it's a true gift to try and, it's an incredible woman's and life journey.
Right.
All right.
I love you.
I can't even imagine how it must have been the difficulties as a woman that she was in back then, because you realized how much have changed, even more than I think I would have thought when I read the book. But the strength that she has and willpower, I aspire to have at least.
You've signed up too.
How many generations get the chance to be involved in something like this?
I am coming back.
Kit I had known for a few years. We've been friends for 4 years. We met on another film, so to be able to actually work with him and do scenes were, so wonderful. And Taran and I think we had this idea of the sibling couple being almost as close as twins. So I think that was something that we, wanted to bring to the screen. And I mean, with all the young male actors in this film, I had an instant connection with, so I was among friends making this film.
Wordsworth, Shelley, all these romantics aren't good for you,
Don't worry. They have very little influence.
You must write. Really?
It's the preparation work that it is just a bit different. It's a big honor, and of course it comes a lot of nerves with that. So that's tough. I had to fight that. I was very nervous, especially being foreign and not being British myself. And it was the first film when I really knew I wanted to nail the accent and don't want people to kind of get thrown out of the actual essence and of the story we want to tell, but it also gives you a lot of wonderful information and a whole treasure of things to go back to, letters, memories from people that I met who knew her, books, diary notes, and that is a wonderful thing as an asset for an actor, tools to work with.
There's a call for volunteers. It's as close to him as I can get. I need to be there. Our generation will never be new again. Our youth has been stolen from us.
I mean, this was still in the beginning of kind of the female revolution in a way, and we're still in it. But we've come a long way, but it's I'm happy to see that it feels like it's been a change over the last 5 years, but I also know that I did almost 4 films last year, and I did a film called Tulip Fever, and me and this actress, Holiday Granger, and she's done, leads in a few films the last 2 years, and both of us realized that it was kind of the first scene we've had with just one other woman in the room. It's extremely rare. and it's just facts. So but it's a lot of women out there now. It's a lot of big studio films where they can even have a female lead, and it can be as big and commercial, and to be able to see that, it's obvious that there's a change happening.
I won't abandon you. This is my promise to you. All of you.